Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Herbie's Eczema Podcast. I'm Harper, the founder of Herbie's Skincare.
And hello everyone, my name is Marco. In this podcast, we're actually going to talk about like useful tips and challenges you might face when you have eczema.
In your daily life. Okay, so in this podcast, we are going to talk about different aspects of eczema and how to live better with eczema, skincare, mental health, and how to not using steroid cream to heal your eczema, and many much more topics that are related to eczema. Maybe we should talk about why we want to do podcasts instead of just focus on Instagram or TikTok. So I want to do it very long time ago because I always have many things to share, but I find it very difficult to share it just using reels, just maybe like a few seconds kind of video, or just share it on Instagram using photos or carousel, because I want to say more than what those platforms allows. But I find it very difficult to talk non-stop alone for more than a minute, because I find it very lonely.
It's okay, now you have me.
And as like I talking to wall. It's like the experience is very unfulfilling lah. So I don't like that, and I find it very difficult to do. And then finally I met Marco. Yeah. Marco is a friend of Danika's. Danika is our content creators. So we went to our pharmacy at Almeida together. Then we do product display together, and then I found him can talk non-stop. During the whole driving journey, I was so amazed, and he managed to make me laugh. Why are you so silent right now?
My name is Marco. Let me introduce myself a bit first, because as she said, it's our first time meeting during when we were going to Almina's our pharmacy. I'm actually, my age this year is, I'm turning 22. I'm from Sabah lah, for anyone that wants to know. I came from the East Malaysia, which is the other side of Malaysia.
So if you are one of our stockists, right, you probably have met Marco before, because he's helping us to set up product display and also help us to distribute products. So I don't do a running job anymore, because I rather focus on other things. So we also welcome anyone to talk to us through Instagram DM for any suggestions to improve this podcast, because we are also learning, because this is our first time doing it. So now we jump to our main topic for today. Is we want to talk about why is sweat a major irritant for eczema. We covered this topic very long time ago on Instagram, and we received quite good engagement, since a lot of people like it and share it. So we think it signifies many people are interested with this topic, so we jump into it and discuss furthermore. If you have sensitive skin, I think you should know that sweat is a very major irritant or trigger for your sensitive skin, especially for eczema, and especially for kids, because kids plays a lot, sweat a lot, and usually do not put close attention to their sweat. Only when moms like watching them and see that sweat a lot, only usually it's a mother who will wipe away all the sweat.
Yeah, I get that, because when I was like right now, if I would be alone doing things without my parents around as 22 years old, or even in middle school time, because when I do like go sports or workout, is my mind says I don't want to wash so many things, so I don't care about my sweat lah.
And you don't pay much attention to your own body, right? Usually it's like outwards attention.
Yeah.
You watch a ball watch your friends and play the games only, right? You don't feel like I sweat a lot, I need to wipe it off or something like
Because
that.
afterwards I was like, I'm gonna bath also later, so there's really no point.
Usually for boys, I think.
I'm not sure. Maybe we need the girl to actually talk about it. From a guy's perspective, I can agree. Me personally, I don't really bother about to wipe my sweat lah.
For me, I bother.
Because
Because now I know sweat is a major irritant. So every time after I play my badminton or I go to gym, after going to gym, I will really pay really close attention to my sweat. And I will try my best to shower immediately. But sometimes you cannot, right?
yes, the energy you're drained already.
So sometimes it's like you're at outside, it's not like gym under your condo or something like that. Then you have to like maybe travel a bit. and then you allow your sweat to stay on your skin for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand also because even if I finish like even school alone is like not very energetic because right now I'm actually a student in Unitar lah, so I just live outside my house only. Even I sweat a while also I don't care, I just sleep on the floor only. Like I know you don't sleep on fabric lah because it irritates as you said.
So, and those sweat, right, will trap around your skin areas. For example, like behind the knees, your neck, and elbow. So, but then before we criticizing sweat, then we need to appreciate more why do we sweat as a human, as a Homo sapiens. So, why humans sweat? Okay, we can discuss from evolutionary perspective. What does it mean? Since how we change from monkey to human,
Right now lah.
like right now lah. Cause right, for early Homo species, which can be Neanderthals or other Homo,
Or if
a lot of Homo lah in all the evolution history that you go to dig your own
family tree.
not family tree, evolutionary Wikipedia, whatever lah. We are not going to talk here because we are not evolutionary podcast. We are eczema podcast. So early Homo species, they want to hunt and they want to look for food.
Caveman.
Caveman. And they want to be able to survive in African savanna. Savanna in a simpler English term is grassland with nothing on top to protect away from hot sun. Just grass. Imagine lion, zebra, the typical National Geographic.
The Lion King.
Yeah, that kind of scenery and environment. No trees, no jungle, no forest. Not like Sabah. Sabah got a lot of forests. So you can hide underneath a tree to protect your skin, right? But in savanna, grassland, there's nothing. If you get sunburn, you die. If your body is too hot, you die. But you still need to go out to hunt for food. Because no food, you die. Same logic.
Everything died.
Yeah, that's why our genes evolved to make us to be able to regulate our body temperature. Okay, one of the byproducts is that we go without fur anymore. We don't have hair anymore. We are not like lion or bear. What's the better example of
Savannah?
animal with a lot of hair, fur and hair?
Cheetah, leopard.
Yeah, leopard lah. Okay lah, so because we lost of fur and hair anymore, we are not like monkeys or orangutan. Yeah, like that have long hair and thick fur. We don't have it anymore. But the byproduct of this, right, is we need to able to protect our body, our internal organ, and at the same time we need to know how to regulate our body temperature. So our genes kind of like evolve to make us able to sweat. Cause water is a very good carrier to bring away heat. So those cannot sweat die. Same thing, if you cannot hunt for food, you die. If you cannot regulate your body temperature, you die. If you still have hair, you will die in savanna also because it's too hot. So because of this, we need to thank our ancestor.
They know how to evolve.
Yeah, they know how to evolve. We need to thank natural selection to let us to pass on the good genes to us to make us able to survive. So somewhat, we need to thank sweat to let us to be able to survive in any part on Earth. So we can travel long duration, we can travel long distance because we can sweat. That's why we can run very, very long distance in very, very long duration. It put us like on a treadmill together with leopard, right? Leopard maybe cannot run after a few minutes, but we still can run like maybe 30, 40, 50 minutes for marathon or something like that.
Yeah, I think the body is like wants you to it's helping you to lessen the weight by putting out the water and everything going off
and
from
the
your skin.
heat. Most importantly is heat. It keeps our body temperature at a stable level. Interesting, right? But leopard, right, because of the fur and they can't sweat as easily as us. I think their sweat is coming from their tongue, like dogs.
I'm not sure, but
Not sure lah. I think it's a
the
similar
way of
mechanism.
them drawing the water usually is like you won't see sweat on dogs, but you will see the tongue a lot of water coming out of the mouth.
Yeah, you compare the surface area of tongue of a dog and the skin area of human, right? Then you already can know, like, we have a much more advanced mechanism in sweating and regulate our body temperature. That's why makes us like we can stay in Europe, Antarctica, and Malaysia, regardless of whether it's a tropical climate or it's a very cold climate. Of course, we need to wear something over there, but we're still able to survive. Not like panda, and panda now can survive.
Panda needs colder, but not as cold place. Like
Yeah. Or maybe like koala bear. What's the better example? Animals.
I mean, yeah,
I
the better
think
choice
my niece know more animals than I do.
I do agree because like the example will be bears because you can determine like different bears in different areas like like forestry you will see koalas, sun bears or even brown bear. Meanwhile, if you compare between like cold places, you will see polar bear. When you meet places like as in like it's forestry but then it's cold, you will see pandas, koalas because koala more towards Australia, which is there's like strong cold wind there, but
So in different areas on Earth, right, they have very specific species
ecosystem.
of bear or even primates lah. You'll see like those white color, pink color monkey only in Japan, but in Malaysia it's all brown color or brownish monkeys. So it's like very specific kind. But for they are different species lah. But for human, we are everywhere. Partly it's because of our skin, because our ability to sweat, and also we don't have much hair and fur. And of course, we have very smart brain. Of course, that's another factors contribute to it. So actually, I'm quite thankful to be able to sweat. Even though sweat sometimes cause some skin problem to me, but I'm very thankful.
I mean, I like that. That's why they have like small towels for you for everyone to wipe their own sweats off And now I also more mindset is at least bring some towel to actually wipe off the sweat.
But right, when I go to gym, right, I'm very scared of like those very I don't know. Some people just don't pay attention to their sweat on the machine itself. And like, can you just like wipe it off, please?
I mean, in like the gyms I've gone so many, even in Sabah or even over in KL, there's like even it's a unwritten rule to wipe off your own sweat.
Yeah, it's unwritten rule because it's not unwritten, right, man? Some people they don't pay attention to that, right? I get quite annoyed by it, lah.
But then even if they right, some people actually don't care. Even though the gym actually provides use this towel and this sanitizer to wipe off your sweat, please. Then I see the please like, in full in capital letters.
Yeah, lor. So if you go to gym, right, please. Okay, so now we turn to be more scientific than just now. A lot of biology, but we try to use simple language, Homo sapiens language. By the way, Homo sapiens is the proper Latin scientific name for human, in case you don't know. Okay, according to the study by a group of dermatologists of Nagasaki University and Osaka University, led by Dr. Murata. Yeah, Dr. Murata is an expert in eczema, especially in Japan. Nagasaki is the city that US dropped the atomic bomb to end World War II, unfortunately. But then, but now the city is thriving. So, Nagasaki is the city. And Osaka is the place that if you go to Japan, definitely you go.
Sakura.
Apart from Tokyo, you go to Osaka. Osaka. Okay, what Dr. Murata found that is people with eczema, actually they sweat slower than people with healthy skin. Interesting, right? So how Dr. Murata found out that people with eczema actually sweat more slowly than people with healthy skin? They did it by conducting a pseudomotor test. What is pseudomotor test? The test involved a mild electrical stimulation on skin to stimulate your sweat glands and see how fast you sweat.
Actually,
it's a very, very mild electrical stimulation.
I thought actually they make them like run and then collect actually see a sweat level like that. That's what I actually thought.
That's another form of testing, I guess. Yeah, need more research. But this pseudomotor test is the standard for people to test whether your autonomic nervous system is normal compared to baseline. And a lot of doctors also do it for patients with diabetes or hypertension. Because apparently their sweating level or their sweating ability also impaired if you have this kind of metabolic syndrome. Or if your cholesterol level is not that normal. Pseudomotor test doesn't measure your sweat level, as in it doesn't measure
that's not
how
specific.
much you sweat. As in, it's not the quantity that matters, it's the speed of you releasing the water out. Yeah, interesting, right? So it's not really like you release a lot of water, then that means your nervous system is like better. No. It's like how fast your body able to regulate the temperature. Interesting, right? Interesting, right? Once I stimulate your skin, if you straight away release your heat out, yeah, because electrical stimulation is a form of energy, right? If I put it on your skin, you somehow like feel the heat, and then you release the heat away. Ideally lah, but people with eczema, they tend to do it slower. So because it's slower, so it makes the eczema worse because body will trap the heat longer. So it will make your body hotter for a longer time. And we all know that hot and humid environment is the best place for inflammation to happen. So for example, if you fever, right, also makes like
You make your skin condition worse.
Yeah,
you were able
yeah.
to see like your skin's. Okay.
Because a lot of people with COVID, sometimes they will feel like the eczema will flares up during that period. Or there's a lot of discussion on net lah. I saw it on Facebook or Instagram saying that after they received the vaccination, their eczema symptoms worse.
Because I understand because vaccination actually makes your system hits you with like I think lah, for my understanding, like vaccination hits you with like a small dose of COVID, and then when your body cannot handle it,
So a lot of people with eczema, maybe not in Malaysia lah, but I've seen it people from America that they have quite a serious eczema. They tend to say no to vaccination. But it's their own choice. We can't say anything to this. Yeah, but that's a discussion of it. And also same condition for some women after receive COVID vaccination, their period will stop for a month. I experienced that for 3 doses.
All three.
All
also.
3, my menstrual period just mess up.
For anyone that actually went through like something not same with your body when you actually took a vaccination, because as COVID was just recently, do comment down lah.
For now, we kind of say we survive. Because you sweat slower, it makes your eczema worse because your body traps heat for a longer period of time, and it will cause dry skin and increase likelihood to infection, the external virus and bacteria and allergens, because your body is hotter. And usually this kind of allergen, bacteria, virus like hotter environment, just like guys like hotter girls.
I have no comment.
Apart from this, people have eczema. You also have mast cells and histamine activated on surface of their skin area. These 2 things, right, usually activated when you have active immune reaction over there. That means, right, if you are on fever or you just receive a vaccination, your whole body will be a lot of these 2 things, mast cells and histamine. Mast cells is a cell. Histamine is a type of hormone released by our immune system to help combat with the external allergen, virus or bacteria, external bad things, we call it. So with these 2 things, will also cause your sweat gland on your around your skin area to burst.
Also, basically kills it in a simpler term.
Yeah, it also kills the surface of the sweat glands. So that your sweat cannot trap inside the glands. So it will release to your surrounding skin cell.
So it's not released through from your sweat glands, but it released through everything else, so it will destroy it.
It doesn't go out. Like normal people, they will go out. They will just release to skin surface, to external body, out of your body. But for people with eczema, they will release it inwards. So it will cause more itch. It makes your skin very, very itchy because of sweat release inwards. Interesting, right? Because you sweat slower, because your sweat don't go
Glands,
out, it go inwards, and it cause your skin so itchy after that.
So I'm guessing that's why sometimes, or even for myself, even though I don't have eczema myself, when I sweat, I'll feel itchy in some areas of my skin.
Yeah. Imagine that's even worse for someone with
For
eczema.
eczema, because even after I work out, right, if I feel the heat on my neck, I will tend to like keep on scratching it. Like it's very bad for me, I think.
And because of the leakage of the sweat, right, to inner skin layers surrounding the skin cell, you even further contribute more to inflammation. So you cause your eczema even worse. So it's like a very bad cycle going on whenever you're sweating, especially when you have eczema. So apart from physical side of our sweat glands and our skin area, which is different from people with eczema compared to someone with healthy skin, the chemical makeup of sweat for people with eczema also different.
Does it only relates to people with eczema or just people with like worse skin condition only?
The research that I gather here is focused on eczema only.
Okay.
So if you have slightly dry skin, then
May relate.
might not be.
But can relate to it like, oh, actually
Yeah.
you have to take better care of your skin like that. Okay.
Maybe you have similar condition, but just that your extent is not that bad. So right, for someone with eczema, their sweat, the makeup of the protein and the enzyme. Enzyme basically also a protein, a type of protein also. Basically the protein is different. And they are more likely, this protein released from your sweat are more likely to attract bacteria. External allergen.
Is it like ants are attracted towards like sweet stuff like that? I think
Yes. And the protein, because you know protein, right? Usually they have negative charge or positive charge. Science, chemical. You can just remember this lah. So
Proton.
people with eczema, your sweat is more positive.
positive
A lot
person.
of plus. And bacteria usually is negative. Negative.
So like magnet.
Negative. Yeah, so it's like magnet lah. They attract each other. So for someone with eczema, your skin don't protect you much as someone with healthy skin away from bacteria. I can tell you're sleepy. I see him.
I mean, I have small eyes, but that's not. I have small eyes that hurts.
Because very funny. Like, I cannot let it happen. No, so I'm sleepy.
No, I'm letting my eyes are very small.
Okay, so as compared to someone with healthy skin, which usually our skin, the protein is negative. So we get rid away from bacteria membrane. Bacteria also negative. So we get rid of those. But someone with eczema tends to attract those. That's the difference.
Like a maths, if you see negative becomes positive. Maths class.
Also, like in love, opposites attracts. But usually opposite attracts. Those kind of relationship don't last. Doesn't last. Similarity works better. Same for healthy skin. If you have negative charged skin, then your bacteria will hate you and your skin will be healthier, your body will be healthier also. By the way, I majored in psychology before. That's why the thing that I say about relationship just now, valid. Okay, this research also done by Dr. Murata. You can search for Dr. Murata. We will put the reference link in the description box below here. He is an expert in eczema and do a lot of research in chemical mix-up sweat and all the things You can read it up if you are interested in it. Okay, just now you said, right, sweat from someone with eczema also sweeter.
Not in the sense of is it like, does it relate to ants? They are attracted to sweetness.
Yes, it is true. Sweat from people with eczema contain a higher concentration of glucose.
Ah,
So next time, a bit odd lah, and a bit girly, and a bit disgusting. If you have a friend with eczema and you have relatively normal skin, you try to lick the sweat.
sweeter ah.
I
Actually
think
tastes.
so. I think so. I'm not sure whether human tongue can detect the difference of the sweetness, but definitely the sweat from someone with eczema sweeter, sweeter.
But you're licking off like the dry skin, you'll be very. I think
Yeah,
that's why you say girly lah.
yeah.
So if you dare to try, you just go find someone with
Then
eczema.
tell us lah. Comment below. Okay, so when your sweat is sweeter, it will provide a perfect environment for bacteria to come. For example, like a sweet condition or environment also attract ants. Bacteria likes hot, humid, and sweet environment, and your skin is the perfect flora for them to grow. And in turn, bacteria will cause your skin to be more sensitive, and eczema will grow even worse after that.
I guess it relates to sort of like food with like sweetness you will see on breads or even apples or even orange. I guess they're also sweet because your skin the skin's like very
Same for human we also like sweet stuff. Yeah. Tiramisu lah, chocolate cake lah. Oh my god, oh my god. Black
hungry already,
forest.
hungry
Yeah,
already.
hungry already. Because of the difference of glucose level on your skin, so it also explain why those people with diabetes, especially elderly lah, with very, very bad blood circulation or fluid circulation, will have eczema. If you have diabetes, usually eczema will follows. If you have hypertension, eczema will follows. If you have high bad cholesterol, your eczema will follow because of this also. Yeah. So you can observe your parents whether their skin also not that good. Because usually elderly will feel like, it's just normal aging process. No. It's eczema. And when you have bad skin condition, you even worsen your diabetes. Because we all know that diabetes will cause a wound very difficult to heal.
To heal up, yeah.
And if it's very difficult to heal, then we don't want to see even worse case to happen, as in amputated limb or something like that. It's very bad lah. So you really need to pay attention to skin, because skin protects your body and internal organ against for a lot of things. So in short, right, if you have eczema, your sweat, because you sweat slower and you sweat slower than people with normal skin, and the sweat will release inwards, and your body tend to be hotter, as in your body temperature and skin level tend to be hotter, because your body traps heat inside your body, right? Your skin traps heat inside your body because you cannot sweat, right? You cannot sweat as fast as someone with normal skin. And your skin, because it's sweeter and the protein is very positive, so it attracts a lot of bacteria to stay on the skin surface. So all these factors contribute to why sweat is a major irritant to your eczema. So you really need to watch your sweat lah. Both your inside and outside of the skin got problems also to contribute to this. That is why Dr. Murota and his team suggest that improving sweating ability should be a major therapeutic goal for eczema, apart from repair your skin barrier, which is the main focus of all the dermatologists right now. They just keep like covering up. But Dr. Murota suggests that we should heal it inside out. We should repair the sweat gland and the ability to sweat faster first, rather than cover it up. Because sweat is so vital to heal your eczema.
I guess I get what you mean. Like you have to heal from inside first. Like I've seen like anime called Baki. I'm not sure anyone have seen. Like even I think for myself, scientific form is like if you want to connect back your arm and it's like patah or broken or even broke off. The way it would be you have to connect the bones first. Then only can if you cover up your arm just by the skin, you wouldn't be usable. I think that's the relation like for another reference of how you wanna can say about it.
Seem like what I always emphasize lah, you need to know your root cause or have a rough idea of what actually trigger your eczema rather than just buy our balm or any random cream on the market and just apply it non-stop. And after, if you don't know your root cause or what trigger your eczema,
You just continue on.
yeah, the cycle will just repeat only. You need to know what actually triggers, and you need to have a basic understanding of how your body works. Only you can heal along the process. If you rely on or you are always looking for a magical cream to occur naturally in your life, no, that's not going to happen.
I
Yeah.
guess that's why we're not doing this podcast to actually try to promote our own items, but actually it's just to show more in simpler forms, or even to let people understand generally like what actually causes your eczema, or even how to actually compare fight against it.
Also, why we do so much education on eczema, and we don't just sell like say
Try to
something like
promote, push your items.
we are not like that. We really want our customer, or even if you don't want to buy our product, that's okay. But we want to have you to know better of your body, to live a better life. Yeah, it's not like we are very altruistic or something like that. Yeah, I admit I am a bit. I like to do things with meaning, with purpose. Yeah, even if you don't buy, you listen, you consume our content, we are totally fine. We are totally fine.
But that shows like even when you purchase the products, you if you're very curious why you get a card explains about eczema is that we actually care and want you to actually treat better your skin, and not just by using the products. If you find that using the products not useful, you can try to use others. But that card is actually just to mention about it.
We did have a customer, not customer, someone, potential customer asked us if she is allergic to plant, whether she can try our product. No, 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 no. Our product is all plant-based, a lot of herb inside. So if you're allergic to plants, I strongly suggest you to try to use other product that use other sauce. Like for example, some people might find Vaseline, a petroleum, is much better.
Then going using the bombs.
Yeah, because maybe I guess lah that particular potential customer might find Vaseline far more
useful
than ours, because our balm is all plant based, a lot of mugwort herb inside. So yeah, so you can still consume our content, but use other brand, we are totally fine.
Just that you have a skin condition, to know yourself better. Actually, just do get yourself checked, and like what people on TikTok or everything they say, don't try to be a Google doctor lah. Actually, just get yourself checked. Even it may cost a amount of fees. Just get yourself checked if you really want to know about your skin condition.
True.
We'll be talking about like how to actually sweat safely when you have eczema lah. Like the first way is try to watch the temperature when you're in an area. Try to watch the temperatures around yourself, as you may know when you're in Malaysia or even in hotter areas, you will feel the heat on your body, as heat or even what we're mentioning about today is sweats being an irritant for your skin. So try to be in a cool environment. One way you may ask how to actually try to make your environment colder is you bring a portable fan. I think that is quite famous right now. Nowadays, like it's just you can buy it on Shopee. Don't have to go in shop to try and find lah. Even Shopee sells USB powered or even battery powered.
When I was in Hong Kong, right, every person will carry that during summertime.
Oh, it was that hot. You have to
It's
actually.
very, very
Oh
hot.
my gosh.
The summertime in Hong Kong and Taiwan is very different from in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Malaysia is far more comfortable. Wow,
but then when
those
they
sun
cook
in
also.
Hong Kong and Taiwan, right? Wow, really kill us. Cannot. Personally, I cannot tell the humid level, but other people say it's very, very humid. I can feel the air is very heavy when I walk through the
city and the
space.
streets. Okay.
But I will see the fan. Everyone will carry that fan. It's a must already. Like in Malaysia, you don't see everyone apply deodorant, but in Hong Kong and in Taiwan, it's a must.
Because people are very like mindful, like but
They pay very close attention to those like body odor or the heat during summertime, especially. Yeah, they really pay a lot of attention to it. It's a must lah for them.
Secondly, you should try to wear like looser clothes or even try to avoid synthetic materials like polyester clothes. Those in government schools, I think they may understand because your school shirt you wear are actually made from polyester or even synthetic materials. Try to wear cotton clothes.
Natural ingredient,
Yeah, natural ingredients.
natural materials.
Yeah.
I believe those from Muji are nature. You remember the pajama dress I always wear?
Yeah.
That one is nature cotton.
Oh.
I have a few, but different color.
I mean, if it works, it works. Like people say, buying clothes, you buy it in the same style but different colors. It works.
Because I find those dress very comfortable
Comfortable.
and easy to move around. Because sometimes in our work we need to lift some things, right? We are not like typical office worker just
sit
facing
around,
computer. We need to do a lot of diverse stuff.
And thirdly is remember drink your water. Like water actually really does help you with even processing your heat. Even when you feel you're very tired, you drink water, you feel very energized. I think it's because the water helps you even to bring your heat down internally from what I feel myself. I'm not sure for everyone else, but for me, yes.
Definitely it does. It does. But whether you feel it or not,
Personally,
consciously you feel it or not. But when you drink water, right, avoid to drink it directly from a PET bottle.
PET is like
PET, there's a typical mineral water that you can.
the mineral water bottles that you buy in from convenience stores.
That one is PET bottle
Those
because
are called.
apparently the plastic also is a major trigger for your lips eczema.
Oh.
You see why so many girls that have lip eczema? Of course, apart from the lipsticks that we wear, that's why I don't really wear lipsticks. This is a lip balm, by the way. Tinted lip balm.
What in terms would be the chemicals or even stuffs?
The synthetic bad stuff. Not necessarily chemical will lead to bad skin condition. Some chemical are good for certain people. But for lipsticks to be so colorful and stay for so long, definitely the Maybelline long staying one or the Korean brands one, I would say is very bad for our lips
Okay.
Yeah, and PET and lipsticks, they are very
They might cause the skin like
lip eczema. Lips eczema, some people might say is a dry or cracked lips.
you cannot really tell like what's the difference.
If you are untrained, as in you haven't been educated in this area, you cannot tell. But if you've been educated in this area or you are dermatologist or like us, like everyone every day see a lot of eczema pictures we can tell. So I always drink from a glass.
You see my bottle. My bottles look like this. It's from Tupperware but remember to wash your bottles also because as bacteria actually builds up as a mold. Please, for everyone that actually works out or actually when you walk, try to wipe off your sweat. Don't just think when you're walking home, walking under the sun, you don't have to bother about your sweat staying on your skin as actually sweat when you don't wipe off, you'll attract bacteria to even go on it. So please, work out or not, if you actually sweat going anywhere, remember to wipe off your sweat. Bring a towel around or something to wipe off.
The best is with fresh water or with soap. Like usually how my mom wash her face, right, is with like wet towel. Only water only, then you just wipe. But right, if you wipe off your sweat, right, I noticed some people they prefer to use wet tissue. But wet tissue actually not that good because it often content of fragrance. And fragrance, which we will discuss in next episode, also is a very major trigger for eczema or bad skin or sensitive skin. Also, perfume is not something good. Although when you use it, it smells good, you feel good, right?
Yeah, because comparing if I have a wet tissue against a tissue option, I would choose the wet tissue because
Wet tissue,
I can
right,
just
the
smell
feeling
my hand
good,
like this.
right? The feeling is good, right? But it's not good for your skin. It feels good, but not good for your skin. Feeling wise, okay, sounds nice, very very good. I feel clean now. But for your skin, right? Actually, the scream is silently screaming.
One way when you work out or even apply sunscreen. Try to apply sunscreen.
Sunscreen, which we will cover also in subsequent episodes.
Yeah, so do stay attached towards this podcast. There's a lot of things that will be coming as if it's the first episode.
Different skincare brand, they formulate their sunscreen
Differently,
differently and give a very different feeling to consumer also. And some skincare brand, because they want to give good feeling, it absorb fast lah, not sticky lah, no white cast lah. They will use something that is not so good to our skin for long term. Maybe you use it one time, two time, it's okay. But if you use a sunscreen for over a period of time, maybe after a few months, after a few years, you keep sticking to that brand of the particular product with the same formulation, your skin will suffer.
You might see your skin actually turning from, you'll be curious about why your skin is like this, but actually it's because of you using that specific brand for that long.
Yeah, the product that's supposed to protect you from sun or anything else like this, all this like thing,
It's
actually cause
harm.
more harm to your skin. Very interesting lah. Once when we read through the formulation, right, we notice this thing, which is very similar to shower gel lah or some cosmetic lah, moisturizer lah. They want to give you the good feeling, but in turn they do
Something, the shortcomings.
yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I think that's one.
Finish.
Another one would be if you guys do can swim, or even near your place there's like a swimming pool for you to actually go to. Do head to it. As some people, for me personally, because I was a swimmer back when I was in high school. Some people, I see the reaction would be, oh, swimming pool water very cold. I don't want to go in. Because too cold. That's the point of it being cold, is because it actually helps to cool your body down. As right now, this episode we're talking about heat and sweat. Swimming pool, you might sweat, but you won't feel it as you're in the water cooling down.
Yeah, true.
As we're talking about, like, water actually helps you to cool down your own body.
There are two extreme among people with eczema. Some people might find swimming pool water extremely irritating to their skin, but some might find it very comfortable. So I'm not sure which group are you in, but some people might find sea water is better. So this group of people, they will fly all the way to that sea.
Oh, have you never seen that?
And float inside. So not sure which group you're falling into. If you are a swimming pool water group, then go for it. That's a good news, because in condo, there's a lot of swimming pool, you can just go. But for seawater group, you need to go to a clean sea. You cannot go to Klang, or Port Klang or Portison, cannot. Those water.
We might add a photo. You will see. As the saying goes, every human, you're built differently, you're designed differently, you're even born differently. You have different skin conditions. I don't think, you see this product is being sold, like a lot of people, or if your friends use it, but you personally, you cannot use sometimes, is because your own skin condition. That's why I think, I agree. Like, actually, people, they're never the same. No one
Everyone's bodies is different. That's why you need to understand your body before you want to heal anything significant. Same thing for weight loss also. If you gain weight because of hormone imbalance, then you need to sort out your hormone first. How hard you exercise, right? You can't lose weight one. It's the same thing. You need to understand your own body.
That's it for this first episode. Do stay tuned for next or upcoming videos.
Bye-bye.
Or even listen podcasts.
Bye-bye.
Bye.